Yeah. Keep it real when I walk, keep it real when I talk. I'ma keep it real, give you something you can feel when I talk. We gon' keep it 100. Listen, this is the way, you in the right place, cause I got time today. Big G, keep it.
Listen to me when I'm saying that. Yeah. I ain't guessing, I'm just speaking facts. Yeah. Film watching all 22. It's what I see. Man, I'm telling you, trust me. Yeah. You should trust me.
Listen up, you Yinzies. Good to see you in the building today. Big G up for his noonday rant, keeping it 100 in the building. We're going to talk Steelers football and what we do every noon, around 12 noon, Tuesdays, Eastern Standard Time, man. We're going to bring you Steelers content. We're going to talk it up and top it up today. But, man, listen, if you have not already, like and subscribe and share to wherever you get your podcast network, y'all. We are diligently working to get to 2K subs. We can't do it without you. We need your support. Grab a person's phone. Tell them what's cracking with the Know It Alls podcast channel. Your boy Big G and the Know It Alls with all the Steelers content over here. And if you've not already become a member of Know It Alls Nation, make sure you become a member of Know It Alls Nation. We have exclusive content that's available for those individuals that are members to the channel. They get a little inside rants, mock drafts, stuff that we talk about, special emojis. You can become a Know It Alls member at any time, and super chats are wide open. So if you want to get your comment, rant up on the screen, make sure you super chat, and we're ready to rock out today on the Keep It at 100 Noonday Show. Man, I want to acknowledge some of the people in the comments already. Christine, what's cracking? What's shaking with you, girl? Pro J Sneakers, man. Thank you, man. We appreciate you, man. Thanks for rocking with us with another show this week. And make sure you become a member, man. Mean Green, what's cracking, man? Good to see you. Still the lead, man, in the building. What's going on, man? Afton, girl, what's cracking, lacking? Good to see you, man. B. Wayne, man. Big G, what's good with you, man? What's good with you, bro? What's cracking, lacking, man? Robert says, Vega. Absolutely, man. Big G said, our Jedi Master. Yeah, absolutely going to bring you some facts today, man. Corey, man, what's cracking? Good to see you, man, in the building. Reginald Rivers, man, what's going on with you, man? Big James 300, man. We appreciate you rocking with us. Thanks for becoming a subscriber over here on the Know It Alls podcast channel, man. Good to see you guys, man. We got about 19, 20 people in here. I know by the time we get to the end, we're going to be to 100. And like I said, super chats are wide open. So if you want to get your comment or rant up on the screen, make sure you super chat. Mark Cunningham, man, what's cracking, lacking, man? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Yeah, absolutely. All right, so the question. This is the question. This is the real question, man. Because all this stuff we talk about for drafts, new coaching, building the roster, general manager making good decisions, player personnel evaluation, all the stuff that we do is all about one thing and one thing only. Getting chips. We play football to get chips. We play football to get trophies. That's why we play. That's why we watch. That's why we analyze. That's why we pay attention to everything that goes on. It's because we playing for Super Bowls. And the question is, because we're doing all this talking and we got all this excitement and all this stuff going on for the Pittsburgh Steelers, y'all, are we really in position to become contenders? Are we in position where we need to tweak one or two positions or add this piece and that piece? And what do we really need to do to become contenders? I don't know about y'all, but I'm tired. I'm tired of not having that 7th Super Bowl trophy. I'm tired. It should have been. We should have been had it. We done smoked it a bunch of times. We didn't have opportunities to get it. Aaron Jade, man, what's cracking, man? And Claude Bishop. Give us a good show for once, G, for the $2 super chat. You know, Claude. Claude, I give a good show all the time, man. All the time, Claude. But man, what's cracking, Claude? Good to see you, man. I appreciate you, man. We just got a new member, Still a Dog. Oh, he's been a member for 2 months. So he renewed his membership, man. Still a Dog, man. We appreciate you renewing your membership with the channel, man. Yeah, Christine, I'm tired. I'm tired, boss. Beat out Wayne, I'm tired. We need chips with that dip. Yeah, our Rooney's a problem. Our Rooney 2's a part of it. But I'm tired. I'm tired of going through all of this, and we're not contending. Now, let's be clear. Some of this was Mike Tomlin's doing. Some of it was. He was content with just being content. The standard became, okay, we're not going to have a losing season. Okay, we're going to play for the division. Okay, that's good enough. Well, I'm tired of that. And we've moved past it. So now we see Omar Khan and Andy Waddle get ultra aggressive. Ultra aggressive. And I need to clear something up right away, right now. For all of y'all to say, well, we haven't been building out the wide receiver room. Andy Waddle and Omar Khan's only been there for, this is year 4. They drafted Roman Wilson in the 3rd round. They traded for DK Metcalf, a 2nd-round pick, top 30 NFL wide receiver. They traded for Michael Pittman and a fleece deal, who's a top 30 wide receiver in the National Football League. So they've done it. They just haven't been ultra aggressive, right? We've gotten wide receivers, and I'm clearing that up right now. But what Omar Khan and Andy Waddle have done in the last several years with adding to the wide receiver room, yeah. They haven't done where you drafted 3 receivers in one draft, or we took one in the 1st round, but they've done it. And I want you to understand the pattern of Omar Khan and Andy Waddle concerning trying to build for a contender. DK Metcalf was a known commodity. Michael Pittman Jr. is a known commodity. Now, Roman Wilson is not. And I think we need to draft in that room. But they're building to try to get a contender, right? They don't want to wait. They want to bring a guy in the room that can do what they need to do, right? Yeah, still elite. The trophies is collecting rust. They are. Mark Malone said, hell no, Mark Malone. I don't want no part of KC Concepcion. I don't want no part of him. And there's reasons why. Pro J Snickers, if you could rant, if I could have a rant, I would be getting rid of George Pickens. It was malpractice. It was. I totally agree, Pro J Sneakers. We should have never got rid of him. Never. That's because Tomlin didn't want to deal with him. That's trash. That's facts. And it was trash that he did it, right? Ruben Stone, man, no worries, my dude. That old stuff is over. And we about to shot the league. Yeah, listen, it's all about injuries and building a roster. Yeah, what's up, Jar Devil, man? I seen Jaime over there too, man. I seen Jaime too, man. Black and Gold Standard, what's cracking, man? What's up, Kirby? The Steelers will go all out for McCarthy. Only they have 5 years to get the job done. So the Steelers will be aggressive. They should. But what do we need to do to become a contender? What do we need to do? Right? We got areas of need that are high priority. High priority. Well, I've identified them. Multiple people on the podcast channels. Hell, I was just on with Sarah yesterday. She was identifying them. You got to solidify the left side of the offensive line. You have to. You got to get a nose tackle. A legit 0 shade, 1 shade technique nose tackle. You got to have a green dot middle linebacker. And you got to have depth in the wide receiver room. And possibly a safety. Those are the things that we need in order to become a contender. So now it comes down to priority. It comes down to priority, man. It comes down to priority. Christine says, I won't be sold on anything until I see how it comes together on the football field. Nobody cares about how hard you study and end up failing the test. That's facts, Christine. That's facts. Absolutely. Jaime, what's up, man? Good to see you, man. Robert, I wouldn't be mad at Vega in the first and Dunker in the second. Any Steeler fan is pissed off that we would go offensive line is bananas. Because you win championships by winning in the trenches, right? Mark Malone said, need a dude that can take it to the house from anywhere. I don't disagree, Mark. I don't. But I think there's value in that, maybe not early on. I think there's value in that, maybe not early on, right? Wide receiver is still a high priority, Claude. You're not incorrect by saying that. It's not. But I don't know about you. I mean, I've been playing football and around football my whole life since I was like 5. I've never in life seen a wide receiver that caught a pass from a quarterback and the quarterback's laying on his ass. I've never in life have I ever seen a quarterback throw a good pass to a wide receiver and he's laying on his ass because guys don't block for him. I've never seen it in my life. I've never seen quarterbacks do that. So you got to have protection. You can have the greatest quarterback in the world, and if his line is trash, the team's going to be trash. You know how I know? Look at the diabolical trash Cincinnati Bengals right now. They can't protect Joe Burrow to save their life. They got a top 3 quarterback and the number 1 wide receiver duo in the National Football League, and they can't win nothing. They can't do nothing. They trash because they ain't protecting their investment. They got to get some blocking for Joe Burrow. I saw C.J. Stroud with the number 1 defense in the National Football League, the number 1, and it wasn't close. The number 1 defense in the National Football League last year. They got their ass whooped in the playoffs because they couldn't protect him. You got to protect your investment. Yeah, you need weapons. Yeah, you need them. But you got to shore up that damn line, man. You got to shore up that line, right? B. Wayne, I think the offensive-minded coach will benefit the Khan's draft picks. It should. Yeah, it should. It should. I agree. Yeah, Dunker's worth it. Not maybe in a second, Christine. He's worth it. He is, right? Yeah, you need a legit return specialist, right? You do. I'm telling you. I ain't never seen it, Christine. Right, Big G, do you think it's possible the Steelers would take Katron Allen at running back later in the draft? 4th round, late 3rd, 4th, maybe. But we don't need him. It's not a priority. It's not a priority, right? And let me be clear about this too. Yeah, still elite. They do got Burrow wanting to walk the hell out because they can't protect him. They got all the little cute wide receivers. You can throw the ball and throw it to Jamar Chase and T. Higgs, and they out there getting Joe Burrow's ass slaughtered. They can't protect him. So let's be clear, right? And let me say this too. I am not against what. So there's people out there in podcast land that think that I'm against wide receivers. I'm not. I'm not against them at all. I think that you can win with having wide receivers. But let me ask you this question, because there's so many people that have totally passed on Roman Wilson. There's so many people that have totally passed on him. And I'm like, how dismissive can you actually be to a guy that actually has not even had an opportunity to do anything yet? Right? How dismissive can you be with Roman Wilson on a team that just got DK Metcalf, brought Aaron Rodgers in that had no patience with him, right? And all the rest of the room was Calvin Austin III and Van Der Scouting and this, that. And I understand, Jens. I understand that they were talking about, well, he should have worked his way up the depth chart. Not when you're not given the opportunity. Now, some of that's on him. Don't get me wrong. And that's why you've seen him go and try to refine his skills out there with the route guide and all whatever else. And I really do believe Mike McCarthy's going to give him a chance. He's a 3rd-round pick. He had a 2nd-round grade, right? And how good could he possibly look with DK Metcalf, with Michael Pittman and him in the slot? I don't know if y'all understand this or not. Roman Wilson can take the top off of a defense. He can. He's fast enough. And there was times where Roman Wilson was running absolutely wide the hell open and Aaron Rodgers wasn't throwing the ball. I seen it on tape. I saw it with my own eyes. He's running wide the hell open, and Rodgers wasn't throwing the ball. So all of this, we got to get somebody. No, what about developing Roman Wilson? Right? What about that? Right? Yeah. Listen, we need depth. I don't disagree with that. We need that. But to be in contention, let's see what we got. Same difference with Johnson at the running back position. Yes, Mike McCarthy brought in Rico Dowdle. Yes, we have Jalen Warren. But Caleb's going to get a chance. He's going to get a chance. Yeah. That's facts, Christine. Steel Dog said the only person is Wilson's way right now is probably Driftwood. That's facts. That's facts, Steeler Dog. Right? Who's going to be the West Coast best? I don't know. I don't know yet. We haven't drafted the guy on the roster yet. What's cracking, Jason? Good to see you, man. Right? A good compromise is Cooper in the first and Pragon. Yeah, I get that. But I'm not against it. But what if our starting 11 personnel is Pittman, DK, Wilson. And then we draft guys in the second or in the third, because there's going to be a guy like Bell from Louisville that I'm telling you he's a top 5 wide receiver outside of the injury he had. He had one injury this year at Louisville. He was kicking ass. And Bell, and now he's in the room, and then you get a guy like Hurst in the third round, or you get a guy like Montgomery, or you get a guy like Lance. Folks, Yenzies forget this. When the Steelers were at their pinnacle, they were drafting wide receivers in the third, the fourth, the fifth round. Where the hell do you think Young Money came from? Because Tomlin learned a lesson. If I draft a guy in the first round, he comes with issues. Plexico Burris, Santonio Holmes. Do I need to keep going? So you can get guys that, I'm not saying that they're not great, but you can get guys in the thirds and the fourth round, even in the second round, that turn into outstanding wide receivers. It's all across the National Football League. Amar St. Brown, what round was he drafted in? Puka Nacua, what round was he drafted in? Cameron Sutton, what round was he drafted in? Stephon Diggs, what round was he? Now, he's washed, but what round was he drafted in? I'm just saying, there's dudes all over the league. A guy, John Dobbs, we wanted Dobbs. What round was he drafted in? What round was Cooper Kupp drafted in? What round was Juwan Jennings, Brandon Ayuk? I can keep running down the damn list. What round were these guys drafted in? They weren't first. And they're good wide receivers. What round was Jameson Williams drafted in? Well, I'm telling you. Listen, don't get this thing twisted. Don't get it twisted. I understand that some folks want that guy. But to be the contender, you got to put yourself in position to take care of that line. You got to take care of that line. B-Dot said, I'm optimistic. Yeah, absolutely. That's the problem. If Driftwood comes back, Roman's cooked. He's not cooked because Mike McCarthy is a different dude. Mike McCarthy's actually going to open it up, right? A-Rod can stunt the growth. He can, but he's not going to because Roman's been working on himself. Ruben Stone, yeah, I'm telling you, facts, bro. Appreciate you. I think that guy can play. Facts. He can play. Roman absolutely can play, right? He can, right? Lance is a red zone threat. He is. He's absolutely. What's up, Somber? What's cracking with you, bro? Good to see you, man. Christine says they become outstanding receivers because they have outstanding quarterbacks and teams. That's facts, Christine, but they develop. So I understand and know that we have to build the wide receiver room. That's part of becoming a contender. However, I wouldn't be upset at all if my starting 11 personnel was Roman Wilson, Michael Pittman, and DK Metcalf. And then I drafted in the second round maybe a Zachariah Branch. Or I got a Sirach out of Indiana, who's the best damn route runner in this draft outside of Carnell Tate. Or I get a Hurst, wide receiver, right? Or I get Lance. Or I get Bell out of Louisville. Or I get Giovanni Bernard out of Alabama in the second round. How about that one? And the reality of it, and I understand that Mike McCarthy's 11 personnel usage is high. I get that. but he's going to work with what he got. And I want to ask you guys a real question, and I really want you guys to respond to this. If I have an opportunity to a player to come to my team and be the third wide receiver, because it's about 2026 and really about 2027, and he's going to be the third wide receiver, and Roman Wilson develops, right? Or I have an opportunity to get a guy who I know at left guard is going to be a Pro Bowler within 2 years, and probably within 3 be a top 3 guard in the league. Who the hell am I taking? I mean, to me, that's common sense. Like, the usage alone is not going to put him in position for him to even make the all-rookie team. The usage alone. Roman Wilson's been working on himself, man. Sam's J, man. Good to see you. Thanks for joining the chat. Make sure you hit the subscribe button on your way out. We appreciate you in here. Facts, we need to wait to the second round or later. We need to focus on the line, man. The offensive and defensive lines, they're critical. We don't have a nose tackle, a 0 shade or 1 shade on the roster. They don't exist. Keanu Benton cannot, and let me be clear, he cannot play those positions. Aaron J, thanks for joining the channel. Never seen you in the chat before. That's facts. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and the like button, man. And super chats are wide open. We don't have a 0 shade or 1 shade technique nose on the damn roster. We don't have one. Keanu Benton can't play the spot. Y.A. Black cannot play it. He's not built for it. You got to get a 0 shade, 1 shade technique nose tackle to make a 3-4 defense effective. It keeps guards and centers ability down to go to the second level and block your linebackers. It keeps it down. You want to see if Patrick Queen can actually play or Peyton Wilson can actually play? Get somebody to keep people off his ass. And I bet you're going to see a whole different game. We don't have one. You got to have it. The trenches are critical, Jaime. Facts. I mean, this is football 101, right? You have to. So you need a 0 shade. You need a 1 shade at nose tackle. Now, I'm not saying, now, it would be intriguing if a guy like Hunter or McDonald is sitting here in the first. I mean, man, look, that's a legit nose tackle. And let me be clear about McDonald and Hunter. They're 3-down nose tackles. Because I know some people, well, you got to take him off the field. You ain't got to take them off the field, ever. McDonald can play all 3 downs. Hunter can play all 3 downs. All 3. Listen, Coleon can play all 3 downs. Coleon from Cincinnati can play all 3 downs. Orange from Iowa State can play all 3 downs. You ain't got to take them off the field. You ain't got to take them off the field. They can play all 3 downs. And linebackers look. Now, I know we're in nickel. I understand that. But you can leave them on the field. You ain't got to rotate them out. Right? You ain't got to. B-Dot, man, said, we're going to know Khan, third round or later. That's the golden round of the picks. Yeah, Khan has 5 picks in the top 100. He going to make it happen, bro. Jaime, the guy we got from Tennessee could play 0 shade. Yes, he can on a rotational basis. Bay, you're talking about Bay, the nose tackle out of Tennessee. On a rotational basis, he can play shade 0 and shade 1. But I need a starter. You need rotational pieces to have depth at the trenches to win. Yeah, McDonald's falling a little bit. Yeah, you could get it. Yeah, Christine, I know you would love it because, you would love that. Still elite, man. Queen takes talks as if we don't know we want to get a green dot. Couldn't call the right communications. He just want to freelance. That's facts. He does. So I think we need to get a guy right beside him to become a contender. Right? Aaron Jade, man. Webster and Green. Buckner and Dawson. Pouncey and Big Snack. See the trend there? Every time we went to a Super Bowl, win or lose, we went. Webster and Green, Buckner and Dawson, Pouncey and Big Snack. There's a trend. There's a trend. You take care of the trenches. You got to take care of them. You got to keep going. You never go away from. You never, ever, ever go away from the trenches, ever. You should always pick a nose tackle or an offensive lineman with your first 3 picks in your draft every year. That should happen every year. Every year you should pick a nose tackle. I mean, a defensive tackle. If you're in a 4-3, a defensive end, or pick a interior offensive lineman or a tackle with your first 3 picks in every draft. You should. Successful teams win like that. Somber says Day is also 31. That is facts. That's facts. Right. Reginald Rivers. Big G, we haven't drafted a wide receiver in the first round in 26 years. And also, we haven't had a top 10 pick in 26 years. That's facts. That is facts. But guess what? So you're proving my point. We ain't picked in the top 10. We ain't picked in this wide receiver in 26 years in the first round. What we've been doing. In 26 years, we done been to a Super Bowl. In 26 years, we done won multiple division championships. In 26 years, we won multiple playoff wins. In 26 years, we've been to AFC championship games. I mean, you're proving my point. You're absolutely proving my point, Reginald. Right? Yeah, Darnell Jackson can play on 3 downs too. He can. He can help. Facts. Robert, man, what's cracking, man? Football and baseball. Strength is up the middle with wins. Yeah. Strength. And football, center, 2 guards, 2 tackles. That's your strength. And on defense, it's nose tackle, middle linebacker, safety. There's your strength. Right? That's how you win. That's how you win. Psalms J. Colbert stopped taking first-round O-linemen for 10-plus years after Pouncey and DeCastro. That is 195 unadulterated and uncut facts. 100% facts. Facts. Colbert smoked it. Why do you think that Omar Khan and Andy Waddle have been aggressive in the offensive and defensive line since they've taken over the regime? Because Colbert didn't do nothing. Go back and look at 2021. Look at that draft. There ain't nobody on the roster. Nobody on the roster. Nobody. They're all gone. That was 5 years ago. There's nobody on the roster from that team. That means none of them rascals got a second contract. None of them got a second contract. And there was no good offensive lineman and no good defensive lineman that he took. That's why as soon as Andy Waddle and Omar Khan hit the room, they started drafting trenches. And they're going to continue to draft trenches. One of them have a background from the New Orleans Saints. One of them has a background from the Philadelphia Eagles. When Omar was learning the business down there in New Orleans, they was kicking ass because their trenches were straight. Andy Waddle came from Philadelphia. You already know they kicking ass in them trenches. That's how they win. It is pathetic, Christine. It is pathetic, right? Foster was pretty good for a while, too. That's true. But damn, how long has it been since Foster been on the roster? I mean, come on, man. Right? Yeah, and he won the Ironman, but how long has this been since he be on the roster? Right? Sam's JM says he might flame out, but I damn near cried when he drafted Broderick. Well, this is the thing, and this is the truth of the matter. Was it coaching or was it player? Is it coaching or is it player? We're going to find out real fast. Now, I'm hearing that Broderick's going to be healthy enough to start camp. I'm hearing it. So we're going to see. But Cook's going to push him. That's a position battle in camp. In camp, that's a position battle. That's a position battle in camp. Somebody going to fight somebody for a position. And it's Cook and Jones. And may the best man win. Jason Winningham, man. He said, Big G, who's the last player that we've given a 5th-year option to? Man, it's been a minute. Man. I mean, woo. There's nobody on the current roster now. TJ Watt. TJ Watt got it. Alex Highsmith got it. Yeah, it would have to be Watt or Highsmith. It would have to be. TJ Watt or because Hayward's older than him. So TJ Watt or Highsmith, one of them two. Got to be. It's been a minute. Right? What's up, Jay Steve, man? Good to see you, man. Yeah, TJ Watt, bro. TJ Watt, Rob. TJ Watt. Yeah. So I get it. And I listen, I'm telling y'all, we're trying to build a contender. Now, I mean this in wholeheartedness too, in all reality. We're closer. Yeah, that's true still. I think technically Juju got one, but get him the hell out of here. Yeah, he was. Oh, yeah, the question was, when was the last time we gave a first rounder? Highsmith wasn't first. That's facts, Robert. He wasn't. But and Juju wasn't first neither. Nope. Yeah, so what? It's been that long. That's telling you how diabolical Kevin Colbert is. It's telling you how diabolical Kevin Colbert was, right? Gee, how likely do you think is that we try to get Devontae Adams? Nah, there's no way in hell. The Rams are all in, Christine. The Rams are one more impact player from actually being all in and contending for a championship. That's the whole reason why they solidified their cornerback room with McDuffie, and because they already had a good defense. The Rams could mess around and get Lemon what they pick, and now they go Lemon, Puka Nacua, and DK Metcalf, and they tearing your ass up. Or they could get Sadiq as a weapon from Oregon at tight end, and then they causing all kind of hell. So the Rams all in for a chip. They ain't messing around. The Rams trying to get a chip. So, and that's where we at. Now, like I said, let me be clear. The quarterback conversation doesn't even fit in this parameter, because truly how you win is you build the 53-man roster. You build the 53 to insert the franchise quarterback. You can do it fast or you can do it slow. Some teams try to do it backwards and they ruin their franchise quarterback because they don't have everything that they need for him to be successful early. But the correct way of how to do it is to build the 53-man roster to where you can insert the franchise quarterback. That's the way to do it. So the Pittsburgh Steelers have to continue. Who is this? Never seen you before. Brian Max Music Archives, man. Thank you to joining the chat. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, man, on your way out, man, or your way in. And we thank you for the comment, man. Great to see you, man. Great to see you, right? Steelers 360, man. What's cracking, man? All NFL teams rebuild every year. Each team has to replace 25 to 33% of their roster. Absolutely facts. Arch Baby Doll, how you doing, babe? Good to see you. Great to see you, man. Mark Cunningham, man. What's happening? Yeah, or maybe the Rams are special. Yeah, they're special teams coach away. Maybe. So the deal is this. Lockdown, man. Lockdown. What's cracking, bro? What's going on? Draft Skylar Bell in the 3rd round. O-line, D-line, first 2. I'm with you, lockdown. But you build the roster to insert the 53-man. You build the 53-man to insert the franchise quarterback. Right. Yeah. That's that's facts. That's how the Bears did it. That's how they missed on Justin Fields. They missed. And they're like, okay, we ain't gonna just keep drafting quarterbacks. We're gonna build this roster up, and then we're gonna get that quarterbacks. That's how you do it. So that's why I'm saying it's imperative to building the roster in order to insert the quarterback. Tyrone, man, what's cracking, man? He said, Big G Kuiper, here's your flowers, man. I appreciate it, man. A lot of folks been calling me. They've been calling me G. Stradamus and Mel Kuiper and all whatever else because of my in-depth analysis. I think some of it is because I was screaming Vega way before anybody else. I was screaming Vega and Omar Cooper way before anybody else. Screaming it from the top of my lungs. But Big B was screaming Coleon way before anybody else. And he made me a believer. But I was screaming Vega and Omar Cooper like way earlier. People are, now we need this guy, and then get them dudes out of here. I'm talking about dudes that can be Steelers, that can get us championships and win legacies and get yellow jackets and go to the Hall of Fame. That's what matters in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. That's what matters. It matters. Winning matters in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Yeah, I heard that mess, Arch Baby Doll. It's a rumor out there. It's a rumor. So this is the rumor. I'm going to address this rumor of Arch Baby Doll. G, did you hear about McCarthy wanting to draft a quarterback? I think it's an excellent idea. These are the rumors. The rumors are that the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to trade to pick 12 in the first round to do whatever they want to do. And in doing that, they'll give up Alex Highsmith. They'll swap fourths, and the Steelers will give up a third in 2027. That's the rumor. The other rumor is that Mike McCarthy is extremely high on two quarterbacks. One of them is Drew Aller. The other one is Cole Payton. Those are the rumors concerning the quarterback room. And I've heard inklings of Nussmeier sprinkled out there in them Steelers streets, right? But I've heard that he's going to trade to 12 and try to get his quarterback, or he's going to draft Cole Payton or Drew Aller. That's what I've heard. I've heard that over and over and over again. Black and Gold Standard said, the line have been addressed the last 2 years, and you still add pieces early in this draft, but it's time to do some playmakers. Kirby, that's because you want to be cute all the damn time, Kirby. You want to be like the Cincinnati Bengals. You want to be like the hell with the Bengals, right? Big 261-1991, man. What's cracking, man? People want to move backwards. Getting a quarterback before building a roster. Yeah, that's diabolical. That's diabolical. You build the roster up first, and then you insert the quarterback. Yeah. Faltano's going to get a 5th year, Christine. Absolutely. I've heard rumors about a trade. Yeah, I've heard those too, but I doubt it. And hell, let me be clear about that. And I'm going to be perfectly clear about that. I would trade 21 in a heartbeat for Marvin Harrison Jr. Today, run it. Today. He doesn't fit because he doesn't do something different. And oh, by the way, guess what Mike McCarthy put out there in the tea leaves as giving you bones to pay attention to? Mike McCarthy said that he wants versatility in his wide receiver room in 2026. He wants guys that can do more than one thing. So why would you draft a guy that's like DK Metcalf or like Pittman? You're going to bring guys in that can do different stuff. Certain guys don't fit that. Certain wide receivers in this draft that people are high on don't fit being different than Michael Pittman or fit being different than DK Metcalf. You draw the conclusions. There's wide receivers that don't, Omar Cooper, that don't fit what they do, that does stuff different. Lemon. Don't fit what they do. Don't fit. They're different. Zachariah Branch. Greg Bell, Louisville. They don't fit what the Steelers currently have in the room. They don't fit, right? So let's be clear, man. Let's be clear about that. So we need a unicorn. We need a Randall L. We need a unicorn. Yeah, we need something different. We need something different. And that's what McCarthy said. So you go check that out. Reginald Rivers, I ain't even got my G Stradamus signed together today. But Reginald Rivers, you absolutely correct. Yeah, you're going to get a Reginald Stradamus, a G Stradamus, a Reginald Stradamus. Yeah. Cooper, Branch, Giovanni Bernard, the wide receiver out of Alabama. That's what fits. That's different. That's versatility. Those are the type of dudes that fit that, man. He said it himself. McCarthy said it himself. Not G guessing and all these other podcasters out there because they got an agenda. Then, I want this guy wide receiver. Get the hell out of here. I'm listening to what the coach say and what the general. And listen, Our general managers don't be out there in them Steelers streets talking. They shh. That's why I keep telling y'all, Omar's up to something. Omar and Andy's up to something. Oh, yeah, lockdown. Lockdown, you on it too. Elijah Surratt, the second best route runner in this draft. The second best route, and you can get him in the second or the third. The second best route runner behind Cornell Tate in this draft, Elijah Surratt. He's a route runner. He's different. He's different. Yeah. Fact, Christine, cracks. Harrison Jr., 4 at first. I would trade 21 for Marvin Harrison Jr. today, Claude. Claude, you know what? That's a penalty flag. You know, I was trying to give you a grace today, Claude. That's a penalty. The live chat. Answer, Claude. Would you trade pick 21 for Marvin Harrison Jr.? The whole damn chat would do it, Claude. The whole number 21 for Marvin Harrison Jr.? Are you crazy? Hell yeah. The whole chat would do it. The whole chat. Robert said, hell no. Why would you not? Because he had one bad year with a trash-ass quarterback and Kyler Murray? Right now. Trading for DK. No, we ain't trading DK, man. Yeah, we ain't. Yeah. He's only played 1 year in the league. Yeah, he's only played 1 year in the league, man. He's only played 1 year in the league. And he had a trash-ass quarterback and Kyler Murray and a trash organization in Arizona. Today, I would pay pick 21 trade today. Today. It makes all the sense in the world. What Kirby say? Wait a minute, what Mean Gene say? Claude smoking them bad drugs again. Yeah, that's why he got a penalty flag. That's why I do a penalty flag on him. Right? Black and gold. I need to see as the Pittsburgh Steelers goes, Cooper, Concepcion, or Branch. The only one I don't want is Concepcion, Kirby. Only one I don't want. I'm not bringing a problem child into my room. I'm not doing that. I'm not bringing a guy who's not dedicated to football into my room. I've had those before. I've had Deontay Johnsons and Chase Claypools that likes to be all on social media and Plexico Burris's and Santonio Holmes. And, yeah, I've had that before. I don't want that anymore. Oh, my God, Antonio Brown. You know, yeah. Yeah, he was taken fourth to the Cardinals. Yes. Christini's only played 1 year in the league. 1 year. Yeah, that'd be the tallest and biggest wide receiver room in the league. And Valley 4, man, what's cracking, man? Good to see you. Can you imagine drafting Surratt in the second and then turn around and drafting Skylar Bell? To be honest, lockdown, it would be opposite. You would take Skylar Bell in the second and Surratt in the third. It would be opposite. But I think realistically, the Steelers could go. I do believe this. I believe out of the first 5 picks, unless the Steelers trade to move up, be it in the first, second, or third round, because I think that they can trade in any of those rounds. Unless the Steelers trade in the first, up in the second, or up in the third, they have 5 picks. I think 2 of those 5 picks will be wide receivers. There's no doubt in my mind. Kobe One Kenobi became a member, man. We appreciate you, Kobe One Kenobi. Thanks for becoming a member over here on the Know It Alls podcast channel. Rocking out with Big G, man. We appreciate you, man. We appreciate you. Arts Baby Doll said, G, can you imagine the damage the offense could cause with Pittman, DK, and finally Marvin Harrison Jr.? We would cause hell. We would cause living. Matter of fact, let me tell you, if you traded for Marv, DK's getting traded next year. I'm telling you, if you traded your first round pick for Marvin Harrison Jr., DK's getting traded next year. He's getting traded, right? But he was hurt, Robert. He got hurt. He only really played about a year, right? There has been a better wide receiver picked in the last 3 picks. 2 within the first 100. Yeah, we're going to pick 2. 2 of those picks is going to be wide receivers. So all the people, we need wide receivers. You're going to have the room. because we already got 3 on the roster. If you count Ben Skoranek, there's 4. If you draft 2, there's 6. You normally carry 6 on your roster. And I can see us if we keep a 7th-round pick drafting a developmental guy late in the 7th. You're going to have 6 easily. And guess what? The wide receiver room today is better than it's been in 5 years. And we ain't drafted nobody. The wide receiver room in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania is better today than it's been in 5 years, and we haven't drafted anybody. Today is better, right now, better than it's been in 5 years, and we haven't drafted one player. We got freaking DK Metcalf and Mike Pittman. What? You got Roman Wilson that can develop. We're better today. Right? Yeah, Omar's going to make some. I think it. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Yeah, ours, baby doll. We can open up a can and we'll pass. Yeah. And that's the contention thing. Oh, I wish he was here too. I wish he could see it. I'm hyped too, Arch Baby Doll. Maybe he's checking it out from heaven. Right? I mean, yeah, I'm trying to tell him, Mean Green. I'm trying to tell him. We got to get cute. We got to stop that. Build the 53 to win the contentions. And let me be clear about this too. With a top 5 draft this season, which Omar can do, we're ready to insert the franchise quarterback. And let me tell you something. If you mess around and get Aaron Rodgers protection on that left side of the offensive line, because I believe he's coming back. Ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it. I believe it. You get a protection, driftwood, protection on the left side of the offensive line, and getting one more weapon, Aaron Rodgers is going to be kicking ass in 2026. Aaron Rodgers is going to be out. Just let me paint this picture. I'm just please, just give me a second. Jones develops and actually becomes your left tackle, or Cook. Vega at the left guard. Frazier at center. Fautano at right guard. McCormick at right guard. Fautano at right tackle. You got Darnell Washington and Pat Frymouth at your tight ends. Your wide receiver room now is DK Metcalf, Michael Pittman, Omar Cooper, Roman Wilson, Hurst, or Surratt. Because, hell, I'll take both receivers from Indiana. Surratt and Cooper. There's your wide. And then you got Dowdell, Warren, and Johnson at the running backs. Man, the AFC is in trouble. The AFC is in trouble. With that, they're in trouble. So that's why. That's why. That's why. The facts are, baby, all we know he is, right? Yeah, At first, I wasn't sold on the coaching staff, but I done seen what they done did, right? Yeah, damn with the cuteness, Art Baby Doll. Get the talent. Yeah, I'm trying to tell him, Sams. I'm trying to tell him. Can you imagine what we look like? Yeah, I'm telling. If Cook or Jones solidify the left tackle, Vega, Frazier, McCormick, Fautano, DK, Pittman, Surratt and Bell as 3 and 4, and Roman Wilson as 5. So you got Surratt and Bell, Roman Wilson. You got Washington and Moof. And then you still got Dowdell, Warren, and Johnson. Come on, man. With Driftwood playing quarterback. Come on, man. Come on, man. Yeah. And teams that like them, Steeler Lee, they want to play 7-on-7. They want to be cute. Get the hell out of here. I'm still on building a bully. What's up, Luke Cage? I'm not moving off of being a bully. Bullies win championships. As cute as my homeboy and them looked in Kansas City. You know why Kansas City kicked ass for years? Because they trenches was straight. They could protect my homeboy, and they got after your ass on defense. That's why they was killing you. That's why. You know why the Philadelphia Eagles was been kicking ass for the last couple of years? Because they got Jalen Hurts. They got weapons on the outside, but their deep offensive line is unbelievable. And they stopped drafting there, and they screwed it up. And then they drafted a defensive line, and look at them. They can get after that damn quarterback. Look at the Rams. Yeah, the Rams is cute with Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams, but the Rams defensive line is unbelievable. The Rams offensive line is unbelievable. Unbelievable. They over there winning. Over there winning. Yeah. A competent play caller, that helps too. Yeah, the Pittsburgh Steelers are on the way. Yeah, they look like Pittsburgh Steelers. Yeah, looking like how we supposed to look, mean green. Right? Yeah. Arch baby, the steel curtain is back. I can't wait till the season start. Right? I mean, facts. Claude. The Bengals split with the Steelers every year, G. No. That's it. You know what, Claude? That's a second penalty. That's a second. Matter of fact, I'm expediting the penalty. Matter of fact, I'm ruling on it today. I'm moving you past going to the penalty, go with another penalty. You're going to the penalty box.
Penalty box, penalty box, penalty box, penalty box, 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 penalty box.
Claude, that's recent. They don't do nothing. The Bengals don't do nothing. They went to one Super Bowl with Joe Burrow. And you know why they went? Because they had a decent defense and they protected Burrow. They ain't done nothing since then. I'm not going to the Matrix, Claude. This is true. The chat, would y'all please correct Claude? Would y'all please correct him? That's recency. The Bengals, if you look at the last 25 years, the Bengals have been super trash. Last 25? Come on, Claude. That's why you went to the penalty box. You over there worrying about what old Cute wants to do. I don't give a damn about old Cute. Yeah, I don't give a damn about old Cute. So what they got? Chris Henry Jr. and Ocho Cinco and TJ Houshmandzadeh and Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. They don't do nothing with them. They don't do nothing. They do nothing. They went to one Super Bowl. Prior to them, Boomer Esiason was the damn quarterback in Cincinnati. They do nothing. Nothing. Yeah, I said recency bias, Claude. Recency. The Bengals do nothing, Claude. The live chat, they tearing you up, Claude. I ain't even going to pull all them comments up. They tearing you up. Because the deal is, it's recency bias. We don't have to be cute. We went in the trenches. We traded a second-round pick for DK Metcalf. We just got the fleece of the year in getting Michael Pittman. The fleece of the year at wide receiver. We're going to draft 2 wide receivers in this draft. We're good. We're good. We're good, man. No, Claude. That's you wanting to be cute. We're not them. They not like us, Claude. They not like us. Listen, check this out. And I'm going to say this, and I got to get up on out of here. You know who our competition every year is in the AFC North? The Baltimore Ravens. You know why they are our competition every year? And why we always got to pay attention to the Baltimore Ravens? Because they're built like us. From the time that the diabolical Baltimore Ravens moved from Cleveland and the Ratbirds became the Ratbirds, their focus was, I'm going to be like Pittsburgh. Name a top wide receiver that Baltimore's had in 15 damn years. Name one that they've had in 15 years. Name one that they've had in 20 years. How many Super Bowls Baltimore done went to? How many times they done won the chip? Because they built like us. They built like us, man. We ain't like them. We don't want to be like them. We built like the Steelers, man. That's why I hate the Ratbirds so much, because they built like us. They play football the way we play football. They ain't worrying about being cute and get the wide receivers and get that mess out of here. That ain't Pittsburgh Steelers football. That's why I can't stand Baltimore. Baltimore win chips. Baltimore goes, yeah, because you know why? Because Ozzie, when we had diabolical Kevin Colbert at GM, they had Ozzie Newsome that was kicking ass. Maybe the best GM in NFL history. Out there stealing all the players that we like because Kevin Colbert couldn't hold down the ship and do his damn job. Let's be clear. Claude, the Bengals. Get the Bengals the hell out of here. Get them out of here. Let's be clear. We win because we built like us. We play like us. We're Steelers, and that's all that matters. We are not like the Ratbirds. I mean, like the diabolical Bengals. Claude for the $5. You want to give a first for Harrison. So my question is, who's trying to be cute? Do better, G. No. I would do it if the thing is they want a wide receiver in the first. Marvin Harrison Jr. is better than every wide receiver in this draft, Claude. That's my point. Thank you for the 5. But Marvin Harrison Jr. is better than every wide receiver in this draft. There's not one better than him. Cornell Tate, Lemon, Boston, Tyson, Cooper, Concepcion. There's not one wide receiver better than Marvin Harrison Jr. There's not one better than him. So that's why if you want a wide receiver, why would I not take a guy that's better than all the rest of the guys that's there? Stop that, Claude. Stop that, Claude. Stop that. And we the Steelers. We the Steelers. We the Steelers. Yeah, he's a closet when Mean Green. He's closet. He's starting to sound like an opt. That's what he's starting to sound like. One of them ops. So, yeah, let's be clear. And I think if we build a 53-man roster the way we're supposed to build a 53-man roster, we are in contention in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We in contention in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. That's my thought. Y'all, thank y'all for coming out today on a noonday rant with your boy Big G. Man, if you have not already liked and subscribed, like and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you share with a friend. Help us get to 2K subs. We should be pushing about 1.6K subs right now. That means we need about 400 or less. If y'all can help us get these last little subs that we need to get to 2K, it changes the game for us, man. And if you haven't become a member, you saw a guy become a member live on the show today, make sure you go into the Know It Alls podcast channel. Check out all the exclusive content that we have available. Now, I'll be back tonight with my boy Big B over there on the Big Show. And we're going to be moving some furniture around because we got to have some conversation about solidifying this offensive line and why it's important. Now, I believe he believes in it because he played the position and he was a great one. Let's be clear. But I'm talking about going all in and doing what we need to do. So I'll be back tonight on Claude gave me a D- for the show. Everybody else said I got a great show. Claude gave me a D-. Stop that, Claude. Right? So I'll be back tonight with Big B on the Big Show. And for us being, because we're going to be in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the Steelers Almighty, doing the draft all 3 days. It'll be live in the show. The comments will be live. Make sure you check it all out. I'll be back tomorrow with Tay Boy Fresh, Kirby, Smash the Gas. But I'll be back tomorrow before then at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The resurrection has begun. We're back. Pump Your Greats podcast, the Triple OG Shannon White, Tay Boy Fresh, and your boy G. Back. Pump Your Brakes is no longer on Steel Curtain Network, exclusively on the Know It Alls podcast channel. One of the best content shows out there. Make sure you come and check us out first before we go smashing the gas tomorrow with Kirby, man. We appreciate all you guys rocking with us, man. Have a great, Mean Green said Claude deserves a double F-. Have a great and wonderful afternoon. You guys take care, and I'll see you guys this evening on the Big Show.
Yeah. Keep it real when I walk, keep it real when I talk. I'ma keep it real, give you something.